just got off the phone with the girl who loves you too. Said you're working on yourself. Is she helping with that too?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Quoted by Tiff. And today I'm going to be making strawberry cheesecake cookies. And I'm going to be talking about accountability. You know, some of us have it, some of us don't, but for everyone, at some point in time, we didn't have it. So I want to discuss accountability and how it's important for us to have it and make some good cookies because I've really been okay. So this is a recipe that I kind of made up. And by the way, I like to bake. I like to make cookies. So this is a recipe I made up, and I'm going to actually post the recipe too, just in case you guys want to make it too. So yeah, without further ado, let's get it popping. Okay, guys, so accountability. When you think about accountability, I think people get afraid of that word. They think its meaning is tied to something that's negative, or it means you're a bad person, or and it doesn't. Accountability is simply the ability to recognize one's own flaws and mishaps. And I think that's important for all of us. Because if we don't recognize our own flaws, how can we live a fulfilling life? Because recognizing your flaws means recognizing who you are inside and out. And sometimes when we look in the mirror and look at ourselves, some of the things that we see we don't like, but we still have to accept them because they are a part of us. And I think taking accountability even goes deeper than that. It's not always about taking accountability for your actions. Sometimes it's taking accountability for how you treat yourself. A lot of times people say that they love themselves, but they put themselves in situations that if a person who loved themselves wouldn't put themselves in. So I think that accountability has a far reach beyond just the typical mishaps and mistakes that we need to take accountability for on a daily basis. I mean, it reaches all the way out throughout all facets of life. Taking accountability for how we treat ourselves, because how we treat ourselves is a reflection of how we treat others. If we don't love ourselves, then it shows in the way that we treat others. When you see people being nasty to someone or evil, something like that, they don't love themselves, because if they did, they would understand that we are all one, and how I treat myself is how I want to treat others, or how I want to treat others is how I should treat myself. So it's merely just a projection. And I think that if we were to all take accountability for the things that we know that we should take accountability for, our lives would be much more fulfilling, because we wouldn't have anything to hide. A lot of people want to hide behind this perfection mask, but none of us are perfect. So the mask that you're wearing, we all know is fake, because you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. So why even try to portray that out, into the world? Life is not about perfection. Life is about learning and having fun while you're doing it. And I think we take life way too seriously sometimes, to the point where we miss the fact that our flaws should be celebrated. Our taking accountability for who we are, that should be celebrated, because it does not always have to be negative. Taking accountability just simply means recognizing things within yourself. And when you take accountability, it makes you feel better. Nobody can use anything against you if you've already taken accountability for something. And that's actually what I want to end on. Just think about this. What is something in your life that you can take accountability for that you've been trying to hide from or run from? You don't have to shout it to the moon, get on the rooftop and shout it out to the world, but just kind of have that conversation with yourself. What's something that you need to take accountability for that you know you haven't been taking accountability for? Just think about that. So it's been a good day talking to you guys. And check these cookies out, y'all. Look at that. Listen, when I tell you they were good, that's an understatement. You hear me? So I'm gonna try to post that recipe. Look at that. Get into it, girl. Look at her. Okay, so I'm gonna post the recipe, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I really hope you enjoyed watching me cook and clean in my kitchen. And I want to leave you on this note. Don't forget that the way you treat yourself should be the way that you want others to treat you. So if you're not treating yourself good, you can't expect somebody else to want to treat you good. Doesn't mean you don't deserve to be treated good. You just can't expect it because look how you're treating yourself. So, bye, y'all. Look at this. A clean kitchen after cooking. That's what I like, y'all. Peace out.
What goes around comes around.